I walked into the room, and nothing about him was right. I didn't realize that immediately. At first, my brain tried to make excuses. The lighting was bad. I was tired. Maybe I'd just surprised them. That's what you tell yourself when reality hits too fast. I remember standing in the doorway, one hand still on the doorframe, my mouth half open like I was about to say her name. Lily. She was sitting on the edge of the bed, not naked, not even embarrassed, just still. And next to her was him. He stood up when he saw me, slowly, too slowly. He was tall, taller than me, long arms, long legs, like his proportions were slightly off, but not enough for your brain to scream yet. His face, that was the problem. He had one. Eyes, a mouth, a nose. Everything was there, but nothing lined up the way it should. His eyes didn't blink when mine widened. His smile didn't reach the muscles around his mouth. It was like someone had studied humans from a distance and tried to recreate one from memory. Lily gasped when she saw me. She stood up fast, grabbing the blanket, pulling it around herself. She said my name, but she didn't come to me. That was the first thing that really hurt. I asked the question everyone asks in that moment. What the hell is going on? She opened her mouth. He answered instead. You weren't supposed to see this yet. His voice wasn't deep. It wasn't growly. It wasn't distorted. That made it worse. It was calm, neutral, almost gentle. I took a step forward without thinking. He turned his head toward me. Just his head. His body stayed perfectly still. And that's when my stomach dropped. People don't move like that. I asked Lily who he was. She started crying immediately. Not loud, not dramatic, just quiet, shaking breaths, like she'd been holding something in for too long and it finally broke. She said she didn't know how to explain it. She said it wasn't supposed to happen like this. He smiled again. It's always messy when humans find out. That word stuck with me. Humans. I told him to get out. He didn't move. Instead, he looked at Lily, then back at me. You invited me, he said. I laughed. A short, ugly laugh that didn't sound like it came from me. I told him she didn't invite anyone, that he was delusional, that he had 5 seconds to leave before I called the police. He tilted his head, the same way a dog does when it hears a sound it doesn't recognize. Then he said something that made my skin crawl. She didn't invite me with words. She invited me with need. The room felt colder, not dramatically, not movie style. Just enough that I noticed my arms tightening, my breath fogging slightly. Lily whispered my name again. This time it sounded like a warning. She told me to stop, to please stop. I asked her what she meant. She looked at him, then at me. Then she said it. He's been coming here for months. The air left my lungs. Months. I asked her if she was serious. She nodded. I asked her if they were sleeping together. She shook her head. Not like that. He stepped closer. I backed up instinctively. He smelled wrong. Not bad, just absent. No soap, no sweat, no warmth. Like standing next to a room that had been empty for years. You weren't meeting her needs, he said calmly. You were present, but not open. That was the second thing that hurt, because it was true. Lily and I hadn't been perfect. We'd grown quiet together, comfortable in the wrong ways. I worked late. She stayed up later. We shared space, not moments. I told myself that was normal. He told me it was hunger. She started talking then, fast, desperate. She said she started feeling watched at night, not threatened, seen. She said she'd wake up with the sense that someone was sitting at the foot of the bed. She said she was scared at first. then comforted. She said when he finally spoke to her, he knew things, her fears, her doubts, the thoughts she never said out loud. He listened. He never judged. He never left. I told her she needed help. I said that out loud. She flinched. He didn't. He smiled wider. Humans always say that when they're losing control. I told him to stop talking. He took another step toward me, and then something happened. Something subtle. The lights flickered. Just once. But in that moment, I felt it. Pressures. Behind my eyes, inside my skull. Memories that weren't mine brushed against my thoughts. Not images, feelings, loneliness, isolation. The ache of wanting to be chosen. I grabbed my head. He was inside me. Not fully. Not yet. You feel it too, don't you? He said. The connection. I screamed at Lily to run. She didn't move. She was staring at him like he was gravity itself. He turned to her. He told her it was time. She asked him what that meant. He looked at me when he answered. It means you don't have to pretend anymore. That's when the room darkened. Not black. Just dim. Like the walls were pulling inward. The apartment felt smaller. I felt smaller. He stepped between us, and for a moment I saw something else beneath his skin. Not a monster, not claws or teeth. Something worse. Depth. Layers. Like he wasn't wearing a body. Like the body was wearing him. I don't remember falling, but I remember the floor against my cheek. Cold. When I opened my eyes, Lily was gone. So was he. The room was normal again, lights on, air warm, quiet. I stood up slowly. My legs shook. I called her name. No answer. Her phone was still on the nightstand. Her keys were gone. She had left. I didn't sleep that night, or the next. I kept replaying everything, every word, every movement, telling myself I'd hallucinated, that it was stress, that it was a breakdown. Then the dreams started. I wasn't alone in them. He didn't look the same anymore. He looked closer to me. My height, my build, my voice. In the dreams, he stood beside Lily, holding her hand. She looked happy, rested, full. I woke up exhausted. Every time. I stopped going to work, stopped answering messages. I sat in the apartment and waited. I don't know for what. On the fourth night, I heard the door open. I didn't move. Footsteps. Slow. Measured. He appeared in the hallway. Not hiding. Not threatening. Just there. You don't belong here anymore, he said. I asked him what he wanted. He said he already had it. Her. I asked why he came back. He stepped closer. Because you're still connected. I asked him how. He touched his chest, then mine. Gently. She opened the door, he said. But you kept it unlocked. The pressure returned. Stronger. I dropped to my knees. He crouched in front of me. His face shifted again, smoother, more familiar. You could join us, he said. You don't have to be alone anymore. For a moment, I wanted to. And that's the part I hate admitting. The exhaustion, the quiet, the idea of not feeling like I was constantly failing. I understood Lily then. That scared me more than anything. I told him no. The word barely came out. He studied me, then nodded. Very well. He stood. The apartment felt empty again, truly empty. He walked to the door. Before leaving, he looked back at me. She cheated on you, he said, but not with a man, not with a monster, with something that stays. The door closed. I screamed. Not from fear, from loss. Weeks passed. No word from Lily. No messages, no sightings. I moved out, changed my number, tried to rebuild something that resembled a life. Then one night, while unpacking in my new place, I felt it again. That pressure, that presence. I turned around and caught my reflection in the mirror. My smile was a little too slow, and for just a second, my eyes didn't blink. I understood then. He didn't take her. He left me with something, a door, and I don't know how long I'll be able to keep it closed. Because sometimes, late at night, I feel someone listening, and part of me wants to be heard.